off of that. I gotta figure out how to work that. What's up, guys? Like, share, and subscribe. Hey, I looked at the subscriber list. We got 391 people. 391. See some of our British people. For them, it's the afternoon. Uh, Atticus, just can I just start the monologue before you guys just start beating me up? Because this is kind of like, we had a great show last night. Well, a few hours ago. It was 10 hour stream. I had to put it on private. Got to edit two parts. So, uh, but that should be done by. I sound like Ben. Uh, 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 that should be done later today. So, topics. Guys, 391 subscribers. It wasn't. I think Monday we had 300, and now we have 391. So, huge shout out to Orthodox Guy. A huge shout out to Powder Dusty. Those guys just kind of, I don't know, put it out that this channel is a newer channel that may need some onlookers. And I think for us to go from like 361 to 391, because I don't think we had that last night when I went to bed. That was all Orthodox Guy and his people. So really, Orthodox Guy, much appreciated. Very kind of you. Um, 391 subscribers. Just keeps going up. It just keeps going up and up and up and up and up. It's nuts. It's nuts to watch it grow. It's nuts to have people up here who are just as nutso as I am. I mean, why come here? You have other places to go. Why would you come in this cesspool of intellectual based, backwards, humorous hodgepodge of rejects? It's amazing. Um, Something that happened last night, and not to put too fine a point on it. Uh, 84, 84, and I don't know why he did it, but it was a very. It's one of those moments where you look and you say, "Okay, all right, I see. All right, yeah, I made the right decision." You know, somebody does something, make the right decision. There was a guy in the panel who took offense at something I said. Took real offense. He tried to backpedal when 84 came up, but he took real offense to what I said. And it was like, man, you're setting yourself up. I kept telling him, I was like, you come on here and you say certain things and they sound really ignorant. But, you know, uh, if you say these ignorant things and the way you say them, you know, people are going to come, I won't say people, I'm going to come after you. I'm going to make fun of you a little bit because I don't think that becomes your shtick. All right. If I say I'm a doctor, I'm gonna get doctor jokes. If I say I'm a pilot jokes, you know. Well, if you come in and say all this crap, people are gonna come in here and make fun of you. Generally in a good way, But he took it all personal, and he got a little mouthy with me and whatnot. Now, that doesn't bother me too much. It really doesn't bother me at all. I mean, you have no power, you have no money, you don't have access to me. I shouldn't say that. You may have money and whatnot, but you don't pose a threat. I guess that's what I'm saying. You don't pose a threat to me. And in fact, I kind of was reaching out to him saying, hey, listen, man, if you're that bent out of shape about it, if it's hurting you that much, then I apologize. I don't need to continue to rag on you to the point where you feel hurt or disrespected. All right. As I said, and I won't say him, but I will say most people I have found on YouTube and these channels who don't make it are people that can't laugh at themselves. Okay. 84 throws me in the back all the time. Uh, People make fun of me. I consider it. I consider it just it's part of the game. It's terms of endearment. You know, men say mean things to each other, and it's camaraderie. And sometimes it can go too far. I mean, there's times I've reached out to people and say, "Listen, man, I'm hitting you hard with these jokes, but if I'm going too far, let me know. I don't mean anything by it, but sometimes you can take things too far, or you can accidentally cut a blood vessel when you meant to just cut some skin. You don't know. But I thought the kind of ribbing we were doing with this guy was very low level, um, very low level. Uh, Something he would laugh at himself. I don't know. Maybe he was high, but he took it really, really, really hard. Anyway, I came down. I was gonna, I started apologizing a little bit. Just let him know, hey, no hard feelings and whatnot. And then 84 came out of nowhere, like appeared on the screen, like Dave appears suddenly with his green screen and went toe to toe with the guy. And the guy started backpedaling, and you know, it was kind of a macho way of going backwards. you know, um, 84 went on and explained to him, but explained to him in a I don't have the 84 voice. A bop 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 bop. I don't have the 84 voice. I don't have the 84 look. But whatever, I'll just say 84 went in on him in a coherent way. No ad homs. Tried to explain to him kind of in a street serious way of why his interpretation of what I'm saying was incorrect, and that in fact, you know, you're acting weak, even though you think you're acting strong. He was trying to educate him while putting him in his place. Well, this went on, and then the guy started backpedaling a little bit and acting like, oh no, it's a big deal. No, it's all cool. No, what you guys said was a little messed up, but I'm not. That whole thing. But um, I was watching this. I was like, okay. So 84 was the first guy that showed up on my panel. I put it out. He showed up on my panel, and we just started. We just started. I mean, we continued on with what appears to be a unique situation where you meet someone who sees the world like you do. Um, Skywalker 84. All right, Atticus shit. But uh, whether it was protection of the page, whether it was protection of Bob, whether it was just trying to, you know, smack a young nigga around a little bit, for lack of a better way, I thought it was very admirable and very respectful what he did. I, you know, I think all of us watch people, on these streets, but some people watch people, I guess, a little bit deeper, you know. And I told 84 early on, you need to go on Chaotic Reacts and get a show, man. Yeah, you're intelligent. You watch. you're humorous. You can take a joke. You can throw a joke. You know. Then we had one night where chaotic left early. I'd just come back home from a trip. I took over, and there was a moment where we had a guy, James. Um, well, Mike was talking about rail guns, and James said, "Well, railgun. They had rail guns back in World War II, and he meant a gun on a train. We were talking about modern day rail guns, and we were both laughing at that for the next few hours. And it was, I don't know, it was one of those things where kind of like the horror thing, HOR. Me, Vanta, and Distant Light all heard for the family spell horror, HOR. It became kind of a handshake that we have, you know? It's kind of like one of those moments where a very beautiful woman walks by a couple of men, and then when she walks by, all the men look at each other and start laughing. There's like an instant kind of bond, like we get it, we get it. So 84, I appreciate what you did. Um, I really do. That was it was unexpected yet unsurprising show of um, protecting the honor and interest of something that you find important in your life. I'm trying not to sound gay, but man, I appreciate it. I think you get what I'm saying. So 84 is as for whatever reason, um, in a good way, is taking a love of the show and kind of treats the show as his own, as he should, as even Art should. Anytime I give you a co-host thing, and I'm not giving those out. I tell a guy treat the show as if it's yours. Now, if you have any questions, fine. Err on the side of being conservative, especially when it comes to letting people up. Try to keep the cussing down. Hear the big words we can't say, but you know, treat this as if I'm not around. And one of the things I try to do is whenever I do pop up, because when the ultimate boss pops up, things can change, and I hate that. It just changes the mood. I always move the guy who is hosting the show to the top left part as kind of at least a visual showing of who is in charge, and it ain't me. So um, I have noticed that the show I think works very well when I'm not around. Maybe it works a little bit differently when I am around. That's kind of funny. um, but 84 has dedicated a lot of time and energy to this show, and the show has my name on it. So huge respect. Um, I want him to make some money off this, make enough money where it becomes full time. Make enough money where you're being sustained and can make a living off this. I'd like to make some money too, I might add. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a little extra money. Uh, we get big enough, there'll be enough money for everyone to go around. But certainly, if he can, make a decent living off this, that would be a great goal. I'm with that. I'm with that, and you guys are helping me make it real. If for no other reason than you're showing up. But the cash apps, I'm gonna go back to it. We're hitting the super chat thing pretty soon. Please, guys, use that. Use every means possible to send money. All right, you're sending respect. All right, I send money myself. Why would you send money? I'm sending money to 84. I'm not sending money to me. I mean, that's pretty arrogant to do that. Hey, man, I like what you said. Here's $20. You take it in your left hand and put it in your right hand. Oh yeah, that was great, man. Appreciate the money. Money is not going to me. Money's not going to me at all. So No, we don't have super chats yet. We're coming up on super chats. We're getting to the level where we're going to hit the super chat threshold. We just don't have the ability just yet, but it'll probably be around next week. The way the channel is growing, 391 subscribers. I swear, I thought I saw 300. Like on Monday, I think, because JP was our 301st subscriber, and now 391. So it's a very meteoric rise, and it's you guys. I got to certainly I have to thank CT for the bulk of it because I'm a nobody until I was a nobody. I guess I still am a nobody, but I had I didn't have any clout at all on these YouTube streets. CT was the one that you know birthed 5 channels. Um, see, I see a flow state, powder dusty. Uh, but there was a something we had where flow state came up. I'm sorry, I still got to call you flow state, but powder dusty flow state, same guy, different name. He came up and just gave some pointers about YouTube and content creation and um, the kind of people you have to deal with. But he put me on the map. Um, and then Orthodox guy last night put me on the map with his people. So I agree with the philosophy. I think there's plenty of people to go around. There's plenty of money to go around. It's entertaining um, to see content creators, come over and say their stuff. Uh, oh, I missed that. I missed that flow state. I'm sorry. I was, whatever. I was talking. Thank Orthodox guy on that one. Um, I'd like to say I would have done it anyway, but the real person that you should thank is Orthodox guy. He came over here towards the end of the show and said, "Yeah, let me post that flow state is still going on." Of course, I said yes. Uh, I don't know the culture of content creating from the standpoint of posting other people's shows. I guess do you post it whenever the person is public, or do you just post it in general? Because um, yeah, I don't know. But Orthodox guy asked if he could do it. I said, of course. So please, please, all praises go to Orthodox guy. Roz, you missed. It was a long stream. There's a lot to go through. Uh, Different themes and whatnot. The early part was kind of. Let's see. Well, I don't know. Well, when I got on a little bit later, I got on maybe I don't know the first third. After the first third of the way through, I kind of got on, and there was a dust up uh, between um, me, 84, and a commonly known member around. So, but that got resolved. We moved on. King Shinar came up, my client, started throwing his crap everywhere. End up leaving, and then Art came up, and got me and Art had some funny exchanges, just trying to manage everything and whatnot. Low key Vanta, our UK whore, HOR. Vanta was funny as hell, going back and forth with Art and calling Art all these names. We were beating up Art last night, but he had the keys to the kingdom, and he did well. He's new. He did well, but he takes it and throws it right back, and it's good. So no, you didn't really miss any high drama moment. You know, um, most of us up here are men, and men don't have high drama moments like the women do. Um, yeah, I said it. Okay. Roz, you know that too. Roz, you don't go on female. Well, you go on T's panel. Her stuff is good, but this is late night guy talk where the women come in. Oh yeah, well I guess we well that's not really a problem, but what's her face? Blue Jay. Blue Jay had a TMU camera, and she kept coming in and out and in and out. Towards the very end of the show, it got funny. Oh well, I should say, right as I was leaving, it got funny. Art was throwing subtle jabs at American Man. American Man came up and was talking about. Hold on, let me set the record straight. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. So, uh, there was American Man just tried to tell Art, listen, man, you're putting out some bad information about me. That's got to stop. Well, not it's got to stop, but just I want you to openly clarify that it's bad information. You know, not enough to get capped in the liver like Brother Moizun did in Wire, but it was bad information. So he had to set Vanta straight, which was funny, and that took a long time. Then set Art straight. Distant Light, the other HOR member, wrote something so funny. He said, "There's been 15 minutes of conversation and no resolution," and that's the part I was laughing at because I love that stuff. We had like four of us talking over each other, but not the talking over where you can't hear the other person. It was kind of the talking over where we're really not. The four of us are not saying the same thing. We're talking past each other, not maybe not talking over each other. So that exchange was funny. Art was incensed that there were women on the panel and two men, three men essentially, no, two men, American Man and Vanter, are discussing, you know, male business, trying to get understanding on what is correct and what is incorrect in terms of what the people said to each other. And Art was incensed because there were women around. He was like, Why can't you guys talk about this offline? We got women here." it was, it just became a funny exchange, seeing two people have vastly different motivations on where the show should go. Uh, but it didn't break out into a war. It broke it out into one guy being frustrated and one guy looking at him saying, "Listen, relax, man." But I think people like that stuff. The ladies we have in here they're pretty good. I shouldn't say they're pretty good. They understand. Well, let me say this: Roz, LG, Nasus. I'll say those women understand male exchanges better, maybe, and it's just let the boys be boys, let them hash it out. A couple of women in here think that the show should be built around making men better for women. Men should be better for men. There's that stuff, but nonetheless, hey guys, 390. Someone said 392 subscribers. I think that was Slick. Slick Rick said that. I saw 391, but that's a hell of a lot of people that has come over, and it's due simply because other content creators have gotten the word out. Um, Hopefully, as I begin to grow, I can do the same for others. But I'm most humbled that for the other content creators, Parrot Dusty, an Orthodox guy, of course, you guys can always post your comments in the comment section, or excuse me, your link in the comment section, man. And again, I thank you both, of course. I thank the Master CT, the dear leader, for you know giving me some momentum on this page because we're having a good time here, and it's a lot of work that 84 is doing. Well, we're having a good time over here. I really enjoy it, and it's good to have good people around. So you'll never ever ever stop hearing me say thank you. I appreciate it. I'm humbled, and you guys have you're helping me build something here that hopefully will get so big. Uh, and we've already seen it already. It may get so big it throws me out. I don't know. My dad told me one of the nice things about being a parent. The funny thing is, your kids get so grown that they stop listening to you. That's when you know you've made it, when they stop. But they're like adults, not like kids, but they're adults with their own family. They don't listen to you anymore, and so I love it. JQ, I appreciate it. So I love it when I get thrown in the back. I love it when I get called names. It's just good. It's just good. Slick, I want you to comment on that. What you just said. Notice the weird wild energy on YouTube. Uh, I'm about to end the stream. Go ahead and comment about that. What you mean? Because I think I know what you mean, but just I want to see. I want to see what you mean by that. Uh, yeah, you're good. Yeah. Okay, we're 84 and I thinking the same thing. All right. All right. Let me get some break fast, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Please leave comments. Ideas, guys. Ideas. Any ideas you want? Let us know, and we'll make this work. And more than likely, we will be on later. And that's it. All right. I'll talk to y'all. Be good.